Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Today I want to show you how to achieve this beautiful holiday look as Christmas is around the corner, and of course I want to show you how to get FaceTime ready because most probably we are gonna celebrate this Christmas on FaceTime with our family and friends. As usual, I'm gonna start by cleaning the skin very well. You can even use a cleansing gel if you are home, but this is a very important step before applying any type of makeup. And after that, I'm gonna use this Rose Deep Hydration Toner by Fresh because I feel like it doesn't dry the skin at all and it actually balances it out very well. Next step is a little bit extra hydration. I'm gonna use this mist by Givenchy. This is amazing before makeup because it's extremely lightweight. It's the most lightweight moisturizer that you can actually use. For a complete spa, I'm now using the Bobbi Brown Hydrating Eye Cream, and I'm very gentle with this area because the eye area is actually very sensitive, so you have to be pretty gentle with it. Next step is applying one of my favorite lip masks at the moment. This is the Laneige one, and besides the fact that it smells amazing and you will want to eat it, it actually hydrates the lips very well. Next step is this primer by Laura Mercier. This is the perfecting one because I want my canvas to be perfect for applying foundation. And the foundation that I'm gonna use is this one by Huda Beauty. This is their stick foundation, and I'm actually used to stick foundations that feel pretty heavy on the skin, but this one is so lightweight. It's literally like a second skin. Once you blend it in, it's so good. It looks just like skin. And this shade is amazing because it actually has an olive undertone, which is very hard to find in foundations. For concealer, you already probably know what I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use my Tarte Shape Tape. I honestly like this concealer because I feel like even if it's full coverage and pretty matte, not extremely matte, it's very good to use on a very lightweight base because you can actually correct what you want to correct and still have that flawless, natural looking skin. I'm just applying it in these key areas and then I will blend it in with the Beauty Blender. The blush that I'm gonna use is this one by Bellatory. This is a liquid blush and I love cream and liquid blushes. I feel like this texture looks fresh, dewy. Not even dewy because this one is not actually a dewy one. Even if you are used to cream blushes that look dewy, this one actually sets and it sets to a satin finish. It actually has some beautiful golden flecks inside of it and it looks great on many different skin tones. The brush that I'm using to blend this blush is by Real Techniques. I think this is the setting brush. Mine is so used that I don't even see the name on it anymore. Moving on with another cream product. This is the highlighter by Milk, and I'm applying all the cream products before I'm gonna set the face with a little bit of powder because this way the texture won't mix in a very bad way. This is how you should generally apply makeup, but of course in makeup there are not so many rules. You can actually do your own rules. If it works for you, that's amazing. I'm applying it on the highest points of the face, on the nose, a little bit on the chin, above the brow, and I'm using very gentle motions because this texture is so thin that you have to be extremely gentle when applying it. To set the under eye area, I'm using the Huda Beauty powder. This blurs the skin in such a beautiful way. I'm always using it underneath the eyes and on the area where there are pores because I feel like it masks the pores so well. You will actually see on this half of the face when I'm applying it right now, you will see the difference. It literally looks like a real life blurring filter. I start by using a smaller brush to set all of the smaller areas, and then I will take a bigger brush and I will set the rest of the face. For bronzer, I'm gonna use the same brush that I used to set the rest of the face. This is an Anastasia Beverly Hills brush, and I'm gonna use the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer because this has a pretty neutral undertone. It's not a very warm bronzer, so I basically use it as contour and bronzer as well. It's like a two-in-one. Because she has an olive undertone, I feel like this shade suits her very well. I'm gonna apply it underneath the cheekbones, on her temples, on her hairline, on her nose, and a bit of the chin as well. I'm now using the Fenty Beauty highlighter on the tip of the nose and on the nose bridge, but in a very specific area so that I won't actually make the nose look bigger. And for eye base, I'm using this Paint Pot by MAC. I love this shade. This is Laying Low. It's a peachy shade. It's not your classic eye base, so I feel like it can work as a transition as well. It's easier to blend shadows on top of this shade. I'm also applying it on the lower lash line with a pencil brush. And then, because I was so excited to use this beautiful palette by Cult Beauty and Huda Beauty that they made for their celebration, this is the Gold Obsessions palette. I'm applying the light shade in the inner corners of the eye. Then I'm using that soft pink shade on the outer corners of the eyes and on the lower lash line as well. As I want this look to be actually pretty easy to achieve, the next step is going to be applying the cream shadow as a base for the gold beautiful shadow from that palette. And I make sure that the edges of this cream shadow are very well blended before I'm going to apply the gold shade from the palette, because this is a very important step when working with cream products. If your base or your cream product is not well blended on the edges, anything you're going to put on top is not going to look good. For the 3D effect that you've seen in my intro, I'm going to use my finger to dab the shade on top of the cream one, and you will see that it looks so foiled and so beautiful. For eyeliner, I'm using the Jet Cream Color by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is one of my favorite gel liners. I'm always using a gel liner when working on my models or on my clients, because I feel like it's easier to manipulate with the tiny little brush, and it's the most long-lasting product. The brush that I'm using to create my wing is actually a painting brush, so I got it from an art store. I know everybody always asks me what brushes I'm using when I'm creating liner, and most of the time I'm literally just using paint brushes. I'm gonna of course use some individual lashes because they enhance the eye in such a beautiful way, and then I'm using my favorite 24-hour brow setter by Benefit in order to set the brows in place. And to create the hair strokes, I'm actually using one of my favorite Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pen. This is the shade medium brown, and this pen is so amazing for creating hair-like strokes. The effect that it gives is very natural. You have to have a steady hand, of course, but with practice everything is achievable. For lips, I will start by using this Spice lip liner by MAC. I'm gonna use this bronzer by Too Faced, same bronzer that I used on the face, and I'm gonna blend the edges a little bit just to blur them out. And the lipstick that I'm using is this Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk number 2, so it's a bit deeper than the classic Pillow Talk. I'm applying it all over the lips and I'm blending it with the brush. And just for a touch of red, I'm now gonna use the Sunny's Face lipstick, and I'm gonna actually dab it with my finger. I don't want to blend it too much because I want that pouty effect. So this is the finished look. I will be happy to see your recreation, so don't forget to tag me on Instagram if you recreate this look. Happy holidays to everybody, and thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.